anyone's path in life will have obstacles. There'll be uphills and downhills. Well, you can climb to the top of a mountain, but it's short-lived, because as soon as you get there, you got to start heading back down into the valley. And climbing the mountain, there's obstacles like this: rocks, slippery spots, things that can hurt you, but you got to keep on going if you want to make it to the mountaintop, your goal. As soon as you get there, you're headed back down to the valley. The valley is where there's protection from the wind, from the weather. There's water there, there's green grass. This is where David went for still water, for peace, for green grass, for shelter, for renewal, to replenish his energy. And so you have to go down sometimes into the valley to get renewed and to get replenished. And then you're climbing back again. And sometimes it's tough, and you're going over big boulders and rocks and slippery spots. And I could fall at any moment. I'm trusting each step that the Holy Spirit will guide me through the connection I have with heaven that's synced, and possibly an electrical connection. I believe it's invisible, and I believe that the Holy Spirit possibly has a physical nature that's electrical, because he guides every one of my steps. And how else would he do that? Because my heart puts out an electrical field that's detectable. Who's to say that God and the Holy Spirit and Jesus are not connected to us electrically as well in the physical here? Because electricity is a physical element of life. And he guides each one of my steps on this path, despite the obstructions. In the F-16, we would say, near rocks, far rocks. Near rocks, far rocks. Because the nearest rocks, your next step, is the most important. Not your steps to get up there. Your step here. This is the process goal, not to bust your ass going up these rocks. And the better you are at the process, the better you are at each step, your performance will increase, and eventually you will make it to the top. Your outcome goal, your long-term objective. You go one step at a time to get to here. I want to say that what I'm doing right now are called life hikes, because what I learn on the trail I take back to my life, or I take it to others to help them if they're wanting help. That's the thing. People have to want help before you can give help. They have to ask for help before you can give help. Because otherwise you're trying to control them, and only you can control your own life. You can't control anything but your attitude, effort, and focus. You can't control the weather. You can't control other people. You can't control the referees in a game, the umpire in a baseball game. You can't control the field conditions, the trail conditions. You can't control the climbing conditions in a rock climb. So, as I go over these rocks, which are obstacles, I know that I have obstacles in my own life. So I learn how to adapt to the rocks, adapt to the route that I'm climbing, or the problem and a bouldering problem that you're trying to solve. You adapt to that in order to succeed. But as you're succeeding, it requires more than just prayer. It requires you not to be lazy and to get up off your ass and to apply things. So sports psychology, applied sports psychology, is applying interventions such as goal setting, self-talk, imagery, and relaxation breathing and mindfulness, not mindlessness. We don't want to be mindlessness. We want to be mindfulness. And there's variable ways to do that, including some religious practices. So that's sports psychology in a nutshell. And Dr. Norman Vincent Peale and his power of positive thinking was applying all those aspects to positive imagery, seeing your goals, seeing yourself there, and imagining and projecting, and you force that into your unconscious mind, and it's powerful because then your unconscious mind starts controlling your actions in your conscious. And so what you put in your unconscious, subconscious brain is important because it's going to ultimately control you, because it's more powerful and more active than your conscious. So put good things in. That's the reason Paul said think on good things, because your unconscious mind controls you. So who do you want to be controlled by? The fruit of the Spirit and things that are good, or the negative things? Don't think on negative things. Think positive. Think about good health, and maybe your health will improve. Think about accomplishing your baseball game to succeed and to do your best effort, and you will start winning as a byproduct of your success. I'm a doctoral student and an educational doctorate in sport and performance psychology with a specialization in positive leadership. People ask me, what are you going to do with that? And why? You're 54 years old. Well, I'm doing it to help others discover how to increase their performance in life, how to live more abundantly. And Paul in the Bible was the first sports psychologist. He told us what to think on, he told us what not to think on. And so you can only control yourself, and you can surrender to God and he can give you self-control, but you can only control your attitude, your effort, and your focus. And if you do that, you will be successful, especially if you properly set goals, smart goals, and you use self-talk and imagery and relaxation or energized breathing to help you in your performance and increase your confidence, which increases your motivation, which helps you with your energy management. And it's all intertwined and in and out. But the first thing you got to do is that you have to decide to act. It's a choice. Health is a choice. Confidence is a choice. Concentration and focus is a choice. And you have to make a valid and proactive effort. Otherwise, you're not going to be successful. You are not going to win the game of life. Goal setting. Goal setting, rock climbing and the Appalachian Trail, or any trail, are great examples of application of performance psychology regarding goal setting. And with goal setting, you can intertwine other interventions such as self-talk and relaxation breathing, and also imagery. So goal setting is directive. It directs your efforts. It increases your motivation to persevere. It also brings up new ways of doing things. You're able to create using your creativity to figure out better ways to get the job accomplished, to increase your performance. And also, goals are mobilize you. They mobilize you into action. Such as this morning, I got up before anybody else because I have a goal of 22 miles today. That'll be the longest hike I've ever done. But I've changed my nutrition and changed some of my equipment, and because of that, my performance has increased. So the Appalachian Trail, or any trail or rock climbing, is one step at a time. Each step is important. Every step matters. And your form is important to make sure that you don't make a mistake and twist your back or twist your ankle or fall off a cliff. So you got to get your process goals down first, which is the basic elements of each step. And as your process goals are accomplished, your performance will increase, such as increase in time or increase in distance or increase in just your overall performance in achieving your goals. And your outcome goal is the scoreboard. It's the ultimate destination for that set of goals. You don't focus on that. You'll eventually get there by doing the process and increasing your performance. But you got to have an action plan, and the action plan has to be detailed and specific. Has to be SMART goals: specific, measurable, attainable, achievable, realistic, relative, and time bound. And it has to be action oriented. Otherwise, you're not going to accomplish the goal. And so, goal setting, it's the foundational intervention for sports psychology. If you want to win, you got to do SMART goals, and do SMART goals properly. Most people just say, I'm setting a goal to do this, and they don't have an action plan, or their action plan is not very detailed, and they don't follow up, and they don't track. You got to track what you do. If you don't know what you've done, how are you going to improve what you do? So track what you do and improve on the process, and your performance will increase, and you change your action plan to make that happen, and your outcome will be more successful.